welcome to Network Connection. My name is Ronnie. Today I have the pleasure to talk with Juanice Colwell. He's the wine fundamentalist and consultant with Rhythm and Wine, located right here in Houston. Hey, Juanice, how are you today?
I'm great. Renee, how are you?
Wonderful. All right, so you're a wine consultant. Come on, tell us, how did you get started?
Oh my gosh. So it's funny. I really didn't drink wine until I went on a European cruise. And this lady basically kept seeing that my family did not have wine. And it was an older grandmother. She was Italian, family all around, but we noticed that they had wine at like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? So we were just like, what's going on? So she noticed that we didn't. And night 3, she was like, no, you need vino in your life. And I was like, what? And she talked to my grandmother. My grandmother was like, no, we're Christian. It's okay. We don't do all that. And she's like, no, vino, vino, vino. And so she brought the bottle and literally put it on the table. And it was a great Chianti. Mm-hmm. And just opened up my palate. And from that, I came, like every night, they bought us a bottle of wine. And I came home and decided, hey, I want to learn more. So I got into the International Sommelier Guild for wine fundamentalists that summer and took a summer class. And that's how I ended up being certified. Loved it, and then just kept it to myself. So I would work at little small wineries or like different places, but just as something different to do. Always loved wine. And then, you add that to my love for like music, ding, ding, you have rhythm and
wine. Nice. So tell us more about Rhythm and Wine.
So rhythm and wine is basically a combination of two things that I love. I got challenged by a friend to say, hey, if you were going to put a business together, what would you do? And I've always had a negative outlook on entrepreneurship because the people that I knew that had businesses really did not seem very enthusiastic about it, right?
They're saying it like that. We're dreamers, but we don't sleep at night.
Right. But what I realized is that there really are entrepreneurs that enjoy what they do. Because they enjoy what they do, the obstacles that they have are just obstacles. They're not, they don't make or break them. They don't complain a lot. And so being around people that were like that, it just really made me think. So his challenge to me was find things that you like. He's like, you like wine. I've been to your house. You have a wine cellar. I've been to your house. It's like a wine cellar, but it's a wine rack that I appreciate really much. And so he was like, what can you do with that? And I started looking at it. And he's like, and I was like, I love music. The notes that come from wine truly do. When I think about savoring wine, I think about the times that I put on great jazz, or I'll rock out to something in the 80s, right? And just sip on it and just enjoy myself. Or I have friends over and we do the same thing. So I was like, oh, is there a business out there that does this, right? Come to find out, Wine Shop at Home actually does wine tastings from out of a California boutique winery. And all I did was have to put their platform to what I wanted. Boom, Rhythm and Wine.
So let me ask you this. There are a lot of wine bars here in Houston. So I hear the difference in your company, what you're saying, like the level of customization you're willing to put, for a client really sets you apart. But is there other things that maybe, you want to share with us that sets you apart from the competitors?
Well, because it's in your house, you can't take some of the wine bars in Houston and bring them to your house, right? So I basically come to you, and I pour the wine for you. We laugh. We talk about the music that's there, because I literally create a playlist based on whatever theme it is. I did an 80s theme, which was fantastic. And I even say, here's a great yuck song and here's a great song, right? And so it makes people engage, and it has them stimulated through basically all senses. So we're going to swirl, we're going to sip, we're going to smell, we're going to see, and then we're going to feel, because the feeling is all of that together. So I love having that creation. Can you do it in a wine bar? Sure, bring me along. I'll do it for you at a wine bar, not a problem. But it's fun when it's in your house because most people are more comfortable there. And our events normally are about an hour and a half. So it really is engaging. It really is fun. I mean, people feel like You're not just pouring for them. So if you've gone to some of the wineries where they're like, okay, what's your next wine? And they're like, oh, it does this, this, and this. They pour it and then they walk away to go take up somebody else. I'm still engaged with you the whole time that you're there. I really, truly put time in to make sure that your people are having fun.
You obviously did some events already. Do you have like a favorite event?
Oh, yes. So I had given away, I did like a giveaway for a wine tasting at a friend of mine's. She was doing an event and it was like, she was giving away different gifts. And so I said, hey, I'll give away a wine tasting for you. And so the gentleman that got it was a music buff. When I say a music buff, he has a room that has like over 500 records in it. Whoa. Right? So we were talking about it. And he's like, I'm so excited. This is so cool. I said, well, you can either send me 5. I normally tell people, send me 5 songs or 5 artists and I'll create your playlist. He sent me 115. You know, so when I got it, the curiosity was so embedded in me that I listened to every single song. Aww. And created this ambiance for him that just blew him away. Because his thought was, you're just going to play it in the background. And I was like, no, I actually pair it with the theme, what you're talking about, the music. Like if the wine might start off this way, I'm going to tell you about the wine. But as you go, we're going to change it over to Prince, or we're going to change it over to, you know, Aerosmith, or we're doing something. And it just blew all of his guests away. And just he was like, even the way you talk about it, it gets you intrigued, but until you actually experience it, it just doesn't match for you. He's like, the experience is just phenomenal.
So I'll ask you another question that's off our list. But so what kind of events would you say are the best to have you over?
Any life moment that you want to celebrate.
Except for baby showers.
Yeah,
but that's not fair.
Well, I mean,
that's not fair.
I actually did one, which is really interesting. She couldn't drink it, but I brought non-alcoholic wine for her, which made her feel so special. But her friends got to drink it, and it's like, and her thing was, when I finish being pregnant, look at here. But she wanted to give it to her friends, and so it was a great thing for her as a gathering, and they made it into more of a baby shower. I don't think that was her intent.
Well, I think bridal showers are, you know, for the bridal
showers are great. Party. Yes. Anything that you want, because so remember the goal with this is to not only like engage each other in a way that's different. So if you wanted to say, hey, I've always wanted to try Texas wines, but I don't like traveling. I will go to Total Wine and pick different wines that are all from Texas and bring them to you, right? So you're paying me the fee to do the experience, but then this is something that you can keep going back and buying your own. So that's something that is like, it's your curiosity. And then you're celebrating Texas wines, or you're celebrating like your friend that may have you can do an engagement, and it doesn't have to be like the engagement, but it could be like, girl, you finally got him. Yay. Or it could be like, you got that promotion. Congratulations on that project that you finally finished. You know, it's just a great way to just celebrate life's moments through the rhythm of wine. Which is actually our tagline.
Thank you so much for your input. Thank you so much for the knowledge. Everything sounds amazing. How can people reach out to you?
Well, I definitely have. So my cell phone number is 832-239-0372. I have a Facebook page, which is Rhythm and Wine Celebrations. My website is rhythmandwinecelebrations.com. And Instagram is Rhythm and Wine Celebrations. So basically think of rhythm and wine and celebrate, and you got me.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, thank you so much again. Thank you everybody for watching.
Thank you. Bye.